I'm lucky. The pastor's here.
Can I help you?
I would like to have a brief word with you. I'm Nicole Bonnet from the FBI.
Andrew Simon. I'm a pastor here. Are you looking for spiritual help?
No, it's official.
But maybe you'd like to support our community? We are redecorating the church, and I assure you, we won't waste a single dollar.
I'd like to talk about Derek Finney.
About him? Are you sure?
Yes, I have a few questions.
These are old times. Why come back to that?
By the way, when was that?
When was he murdered? It was when the war started, in 2003.
Pastor, do you have any idea who might have done it?
The police have analyzed it so many times.
After a couple of years, you could have a clearer image.
No, I have no clue.
Finney's widow, your daughter, what did she say about this crime?
She was doubly hurt.
What do you mean?
She lost her husband, and during the investigation, well, it turned out that Derek was a real scum. Christ, forgive me.
What turned out?
Annie suspected her husband of cheating on her. But then we got to know he did it regularly. On the day of his death, he had a tryst in this very church tower.
Weren't any of the betrayed husbands suspected?
All such suspicions were rejected.
Rightly?
If not, that would mean that local men are extremely loyal to each other. But on the other hand, after so many years, someone would have felt remorse. Anyway, that was too much for my Annie, so she left.
Did Derek Finney abuse his wife?
Unfortunately, he humiliated her constantly. He felt guilty. She tried to hide it from me, but people knew. I preach every week. I reach human consciences, but I couldn't reach Derek's. I suppose he mocked me deep inside his heart. This is why he arranged the meeting in the church tower.
Did he beat Annie?
I remember when she had some bruises on her face and told me she had fallen down the stairs. That must have been the first time. He didn't beat her all the time because that would show, but she confessed to me later on that he would often slap her or twist her arms.
She should have asked the police for help.
She didn't want to. There was a police officer who tried to get her out of it, but she wouldn't testify.
Looks like not many people shed a tear at Finney's funeral.
Sad, but true. I cried. I cried over the angel in him that had lost the battle with evil. He wasn't always like that. He used to be a nice, popular man. He could influence others. People listened to him. He liked to impress everybody. He charmed women. He didn't avoid alcohol, but it was all within our provincial norms.
But he wandered off the straight and narrow.
I have an impression something changed when he was chosen a member of the jury, as if judging people destroyed his moral code.
What trial was it?
A murder case. At that time, it was a cause célèbre. The accused, a young boy, was the victim's lover. Everybody considered him guilty, but what everybody thinks isn't the same as a fair judgment.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Benson's trial?
Yes, people talked about it a lot. In the end, the jury decided he was innocent.
And it seems that it happened after an extremely short debate.
I'm sure Finney played a crucial role in setting the verdict. He might have voted against his conscience.
The defendant's father wasn't just anybody.
A congressman. He used all the existing loopholes to get his son out.
The question is how far he went.
And I don't want to slander anybody.
Was Finney buried here?
Yes, right there, in the churchyard.
Does anybody look after the grave?
My daughter goes there once in a blue moon.
Was there anything distinctive about the crime scene?
I don't know. Check the police files.
I'll do that.
Hang on. Derek was holding a nail in his hand. He might have been trying to cut the rope with it.
Were there any marks on the rope?
I don't know. There were some scratches on the floor.
Was the floor repainted?
No, I ordered new boards. I felt awkward walking on the floor stained by my son-in-law's blood.
Does it snow every year at this time?
We're surprised, too. It's rare. Drive carefully.
Yes, it's really slippery.
It became cold too soon. Everybody's working until late to make it before real winter starts.
I haven't seen anybody here.
They've just left. I'm locking up the church. There's so much talk about the global warming or sunspots, but it's all in God's hands anyway.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. God be with you.
This churchyard is old and charming in a way. The tombstones here are grander. Despite the years going by, the tombstones are in pretty good condition. These graves are so neglected. It's Finney's grave. Somebody scratched a card image at the bottom. The Deuce of Hearts.
I saw Finney's grave.
Squalid, isn't it?
A bit.
The moss and lichens make me realize Annie can't handle the past yet. But if one day she asks me for a brush and a spatula, I'll know she's back on her feet.
There are more graves like this here.
Yes, it's true. Maybe when I'm done with renovating the church, I'll start collecting money for restoring the churchyard.
What does this card mean? The one carved on the tombstone?
I'm wondering myself. It just appeared one day.
When?
About a year after the funeral.
Why?
I really don't know. Maybe it was supposed to hurt him. But how can you hurt a dead man?
Did your son-in-law like playing cards?
He wasn't a cards lover. He liked fun in general.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. God be with you.
Yes?
It's Paul.
Paul?
Yes, Paul. The card man. Have you forgotten about me so soon?
Ah, yes.
Have you been thinking about Mr. Barrymore?
Barrymore?
Also known as Arthur Blake.
What do you want to tell me about him?
Why don't you say something?
A real sucker. Went straight into the lion's den.
Maybe he was a sucker. He believed in the scam I offered. But enough of that. There's no time to cry over Barrymore. I'm preparing a new card. Hurry up.
When?
You aren't keeping up with me. I think you need a moment's break.
Give me a hint.
There are plenty around you.
That was him. He wants to manipulate me. On the other hand, I'm sure he's preparing for another crime. I guess this prie-dieu is uncomfortable. A brush left here by a worker. The church interior is locked. The scaffolding made of steel pipes reaches as high as the ceiling. The door's locked.
I'd like to enter the tower and see the crime scene.
Is it locked?
Yes.
I always lock it up. A subconscious fear that it will happen again.
Can I get the key?
Here it is. Please leave it in the keyhole.
Thank you. Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. God be with you.
God, it's dark in here. Isn't there any lighting?
It's dark inside the tower. Where's the light switch?
Oh, I've forgotten that the power was cut off. We are using the opportunity to change the wiring.
Can I borrow a flashlight?
Of course.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. God be with you.
I won't be needing the flashlight anymore. I can give it back to the pastor. He tied the rope to one of the axles. That must have been a slow and horrible death. A flat metal bar with holes. This board is loosened. It gave! It gave! This board is loosened. I can't pull it up with my hand. The old floor is covered with dust. Marks carved with a nail. I think these are letters. D and P. DP. DP like Dick Perry? It's silly, but...
How was Finney killed?
He was strangled. It was a cruel death.
Do you remember any details, Pastor?
Unfortunately, Derek was tied up. The murderer tied one end of the rope around his neck wound the other one around the clock shaft. When the clock was turning, it gradually strangled Derek.
Was he already dead when you found him?
I didn't find him. I don't know the details.
So, who does?
A police officer. Check the files.
I don't understand. You don't know how your son-in-law died?
I don't know what his last moments were.
Something isn't right here. What's this about?
Well, fine. People said that when the police officer found him, he was still alive. But the officer's name was cleared.
He let him die?
Some say that. Not without approval.
And what do you think?
If that's the case, then he committed a cardinal sin. But it doesn't mean I don't understand him.
You understand him?
Yes. It was the police officer that had been trying to save my daughter.
What was the officer's name?
Perry. Dick Perry.
Are you sure?
Yes. Do you know him?
I'm not sure. It rings a bell. Thanks for the flashlight.
You're welcome.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. God be with you.
Nicole,
Yes, Ruth?
did you get the fax? Dick told me to send it to the court.
What's this all about?
There was another parcel from the card man. The boss wanted it open without waiting for you.
Oh, that's not good.
He's under a lot of pressure. That tabloid smeared the whole bureau, including you.
That's what we were afraid of. What about the parcel?
It blew up. Wang analyzed the remains.
Did he find anything?
That's what I wanted to tell you. There were millions of glass pieces.
Only that?
Yes, Wang asked me to tell you that those were fragments of a Fresnel lens.
The one used in lighthouses?
Yes, that's it. Listen, I'm surprised Dick hasn't told you anything.
He went to the judge to get a search warrant. Maybe he thought you'd called me.
Then he thought too much. Everybody treats you like a team.
Tell me, does Dick have anything to do with Maine?
He used to work for the police there. Why? Does it show that he's back home?
Yeah, a bit.
By the way, Wang asked me to tell you not to call him. He's just taking a vacation. I'm leaving work too.
Thanks for the phone call.
Take care. Bye.
DP? Well. Is it possible that Dick? I don't know. I need to talk to him. I guess nobody's working in the courthouse at this time. Hopefully there's a janitor.